All right, y'all. So, today we're hitting chest, and honestly, my back is kind of cooked, but we're still gonna get into it. We got a little bit of trap touch up too, but it's gonna be a great day. We're gonna go ahead and walk you guys through what exercise we're doing them, why we're doing them, what it's gonna help with. But overall, what I need to work on is development on the top part of my chest. So it's gonna look like a lot of incline movements today, and also the bottom, like getting the shelf, so the lower part of my chest as well. But where we've come, how far we've come. Oh, always make sure you warm up. I keep the band. I do a little bit of movements that I would usually do just to get my ligaments, get my shoulders and stuff worked out. But yeah, I haven't always been to where I'm at today. One thing that I realized when looking at some of my pictures from the past is that I've come super freaking far from both when I was a kid to like even when I was in college. Like I just graduated last year, but like my last year of college, I had hip surgery and I was down bad. Like that's when I stopped running track and everything. I lost like 20 pounds. I was like 156 pounds, 155 pounds, and now I'm like 190 pounds in like a year, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. But let's go ahead and get into the workout and I'll tell you all about it. So today we're gonna start out with incline bench press. So we're setting it up at a nice angle. We're gonna get into it. We're gonna do dumbbells too, just so we can focus on both arm strength, symmetry, and making sure if there's any type of imbalances, we could go ahead and attack those right away. So let's go ahead and get into a warm up. My body's a little tired today, but we're still gonna get active. We got 45s to start. Now with this, you wanna make sure that your elbows are at an angle. You don't want them straight. Like you don't want everything horizontal. You want to come down at a nice angle just to make sure you get some good range of motion in there, and then protect your shoulders as well. But warming up, 10 to 12 of these, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep. But yeah, it's crazy. Like back in the day, I really used to be all skin and bones. Like when I was younger, I didn't have any muscle. It was always hard for me to like get on different type of teams, whether it's like football. Always football. I was always the last one picked in football. I was fast, so like I would be picked when it came to like tag and stuff like that. But that's about it. Also, I think this thing's about to die. Do I have my phone tripod? I don't have my phone tripod. We might have to cut this video kind of short, I'm gonna be honest, sadly. Let me see if I can find a charger real quick. Actually, in all honesty, y'all, it's crunch time. I got work like really freaking soon. Let's see, 75s. But yeah, like when it came to sports as a youngin', man, I was always picked last and everything. And the development now has been pretty crazy. But it wasn't easy. We're gonna do 6 to 8. We could do 8. Good control. One more. Let's go up. For example, we'll go to 85. For things that I'm being easy, geez, when I first started playing football, contact football, I think I was getting into middle school and I wasn't working out nothing. And then I broke my knee. A lot of people don't even know that. Like my knee was broken. Went to a doctor. They told me nothing was wrong with my knee. It was fine. And for like the whole 2 years, for 2 years after that, that's when I started to train because I was like, dang, bro, I'm weak. Like I just started playing contact sports. I'm broken already. So I started to train. And then I realized I had an issue in my leg when I started to like run a lot. It was like something in my leg. Went to the doctor again. They told me that my kneecap was shattered, and then it started to merge back together. Craziest thing ever. And so I had to have a full leg cast for like a whole summer right before high school. And that was pretty wild. What's up, man? So getting into right before high school, whole leg cast. So I went to high school, one leg super freaking small, and the other leg regular size. Not to get into the training of that, trying to get my legs back balanced. It was just I was all over the place. Six. What was that? One, two. This one's gonna be three. Let's do 95. We'll have to come back to the gym tonight too after work. But excuse me. Yeah, so going from that, having the full leg cast, and then after that, I stopped playing sports altogether. I was like, bro, I really gotta lock in and get myself right. Like figure out how to feel my body, how to listen to my body, and how to understand when I'm not okay. And then that was when I really started training. I was like 16 years old, and I started getting into a lot more speed, agility, speed endurance. So I would have like the ladder, and I was doing like quick feet drills. I was having the parachute wrapped on parachute drills, running for miles, home workouts. It was just going crazy. And then some of my friends started playing football and stuff. And the school that I went to was actually really bad at football, but I decided to play. And I made varsity just because like I was super fast, but I was still real small and scrawny type. But that's when I started to realize for my size, pound for pound, I was pretty strong just naturally, but I just never looked like it. It's pound for pound, you know what I'm saying? Strong, but looking at me, nah, still scrawny, still small, but getting on varsity in high school, running track. It's also when I started running track. That's when I started to get into weights, and my body started to change, started to develop. Let's get into this set. What time do I gotta go to work? Let's see. Oof, I got a little bit of time. 95 or 6. It's my phone. I did 8. Means we gotta go to 100. And this is the last one right here. Yeah. But yeah, as my body started to change and started to develop, I noticed that um, I saw what it was like to be the person no one wanted. And then I started to see what it was like to be the person that people were like, oh, be on my team, pick me. And I just started to see how people really like their mindsets worked. Like, yeah, everyone plays things in their best interest, but at the same time, being the person on the other side of that hurts. And me, like being a military brat, my mom was in the army. I traveled my whole life. being the person who never really had that foundation and witnessing how people acted, how they moved when it comes to certain people and certain things, start to separate myself like from a lot of people, a lot of situations, and really just focus on myself. And um, so like when I was like 17 years old, second year, sophomore year in high school, I made up my mind that I wanted to play football, NFL. Um, so I really started grinding. I really started to stay after and train all night, wake up early and train. Got school, go to school. I was an AB student, so I'd be cool in school. And then after school, had practice, after practice, train. I was just grinding all the time. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I was still being a kid. Like, I loved playing video games in the summer. Um, I loved playing like GTA. I was a video game dude for sure. But I still had my priorities. Like, I still knew where I wanted to go. And the only way to get there was to do more than the next person, more at practice, more before and more after. And and my body started changing, my mind started changing. As my perspective on people started changing, it just helped me lock in more. Not saying I was like the perfect kid or anything. I most definitely had my troubles and my struggles, but that's character development. I feel like if you don't have that, man, what is life? I need my next song though, for sure. This is a good song. Last one though, last one, best one. I only have one wrist strap, bro. All right, come on. This is why I need my gym, bro. Wait, is this on the wrong hand? Oh no, it's not. Dang. Can I do it like this? I can and I will. All right, bet. I figured it out. I had 3 wristbands, the exact same hand placement, but it'll be all right. You are just a man. All right, let's get it. Cool. All right, so next thing we're getting into is decline, bench press, but we don't have decline. So we get on this nice machine. I'm gonna lift my seat up a little bit, but main thing you want to focus on is making sure your chest is up. So you're basically on your shoulder blades, you're pushing it, you're squeezing. So this is for the bottom of your chest because we're gonna have to decline. So we just did incline, now we're doing decline. Same thing we're gonna do up here, 4 sets of 6 to 8. We got, oh wait, we don't have the same weight up here. This one has 3, this one has 4. I need another plate. 425. But yeah, this is for the lower chest. Let me fix this real quick. To you. Oh, it's still recording. That's fine. All right, bet. Um, oh yeah, we're gonna do 6 to 8. See if we need to up the weight. That's something. If you're going for muscle mass, first of all, you gotta make sure you're eating a lot. Protein gotta be off the charts. And to help you out, tearing down your muscles, gain your muscle mass, heavier weight, lower reps. All right, let's get into it. Chest up. That's good. Yeah, I remember back in the day, freak, man. I remember being all alone, training. I remember no one was there when cause the thing is, setting yourself apart and really reaching levels. Yes, you could do it with others, of course. You could have a gym bro, whatever it may be, but there are gonna be a lot of moments where it's just you. It's just you. I remember uh, when I was training after school or after practice, no one else was there. Mom was late picking me up, or when I even started driving, I would just stay after and do different type of drills. And it wasn't that I didn't think I went hard enough in practice or whatever it was, but it was that I always knew I could do more. And I always knew I had to do more. If you want to reach a different level than other people, you have to do more than what other people are doing. There were nights, there were days where it was raining, still outside running. There were days where it was snowing and inside working out. Sometimes I would go out and run, but only if it was clear. I didn't want to like fold on ice or anything like that. But like even through the injuries, like my senior year of high school, during my football season, this shoulder, my right shoulder, torn labrum. Like I remember my junior year of high school, I didn't play football. I just worked. Like I literally worked all year. Um, Made some money. I worked for the Corps of Engineers in Nebraska. I was like a student intern. And then went and played football. My senior year, broke my shoulder. That was a tough one. I'll tell y'all about that in one sec. Oh man. So football. The hardest thing about that was when I knew my shoulder was messed up, I didn't want to take myself out of the game. I didn't want to take myself. Even before that, I forgot. I got really bad concussion before that. But anyways, this one, the shoulder, because like I knew that on the field, no one else could do my position like I could do it. And that's how you might feel yourself. You might feel like you're the best one in your position. However, what I wish someone would have told me is that that moment right there, as all moments are, is temporary. And you as a person in your position, you might think that you're irreplaceable. Like Chris, yes, you're great. Yes, you might be the best on your team, but you're replaceable. And that's just the truth of it. At the end of the day, it's a business. At the end of the day, people have what they want, what they desire out of it. And if you can't do your job, or if someone could do your job better, you're replaceable. So even with my broken shoulder, I was still up there doing everything I needed to do. But I didn't worry about the longevity of it. I didn't worry about myself, my health, and my wellness. I worried about everyone else and how I could support them, my big heart. And you might be in that position. Maybe you have a different thought process about it. But either way, you have to understand that next year, the year after, those nights, your team's not going to be there with you. It's gonna be you sitting there alone by yourself in pain, literally. If you guys get surgery, I got shoulder surgery. No one else was there. My mom was there helping me, making sure I was good. My teammates weren't there. My coaches weren't there. That's really how you have to think about that. Yes, you might be doing a great job, but you have to look out for your health and your best interests, because this is you at the end of the day, no one else. And if you can't provide for yourself, you're cooked. Great. And that kind of rose into what happened to me before too. Like I was playing football, so when I was playing varsity, and like I mentioned, my team was terrible, and I was a running back at the time. Actually, I played all sides, running back, corner, safety, special teams. But in this moment, I was a running back, and there was a play, head-on-head contact, and I went to the wrong team as for the huddle. I went to the wrong side. At that moment, I knew I was cooked, like concussion for sure. But no one else could do my job like I could do my job. So I stayed in. Then another play, I went the wrong way. You know, didn't work out. Then the next play, this was third down. Ran to the sideline, bro. Head collision, smacked the ground, hit my head on the ground. Bro, when I'm telling you, I was like, I had such a bad concussion. I was out of school for 2 months, 2 to 3 months. I think it was like 2 months. I had to wear welder glasses literally everywhere, from inside the house in the dark room everywhere, because of how bad everything hurt my eyes. I could not remember anything. I could barely speak. Like I was basically like borderline retarded. Excuse my language, but that's how bad of a head trauma I had. All because I thought that I could save the day. I could be a superhero. I could do everything, and that just wasn't the case. And those moments, I wish I could say that they taught me a lesson and they humbled me, but it took me time and time and time again. And I wish someone would have just stopped me right there and be like, bro, your health, your health, your health. It's not the end of the world if you're not in this play, if you're not playing this year. It's not the end of the world, you know. They'll be able to figure it out. Even if they don't figure it out, it's going to end. Everything comes to an end. And your prime, your health, your mental clarity, your physical, you know, capabilities, they don't have to come to an end today. I wish someone would have told me that when I was going through those moments, because I put myself through injury after injury after injury, even even up to college, man. Same thing, bro. Same thing. I think I got one more right here. Let's get it. Chest up. But yeah, that's all I'm here to tell y'all, so y'all don't make the same mistakes that I made back in the day. Let's get into the next workout though. All right, so next you're doing behind the back barbell shrugs. So your hands just going back here, hands facing behind you. Just gonna pick it up. Shrugs, in the traps. The main thing with this is to make sure you're letting your shoulders come all the way back down. When you let it down, when you relax down. Squeeze, try to get a little pause at the top. But yeah, great for building the traps, different variety than just regular shrugs. It's always good to have variety in your workouts. No matter what type of workout it is, you could always find a alternative way to do it. Do that, switch it up. So once you hit that peak, you could go beyond. But what I did realize, like, even though no one was there, you know, in the times where I was training alone, and the times I was recovering, rehab, there were some people there, like my trainers in my college rehab. They were there for me, respect. But like when I did come back, the only reason I'm where I'm at today is because I didn't quit when I got faced with those challenges that I put onto myself, those cards that were dealt to me. I didn't quit. I didn't give up. I always came back and I was like, okay, how do I heal from this, and how can I still reach my dreams and pursue without giving up on myself? Hold up. Hello. But how did he do that? It's- I'm sorry that you broke your foot on a door. I'm sorry for telling you to suck it up when you broke your toe. Now you gotta get stronger, I guess. And my little brother broke his toe the other day. I didn't know he did. So he said he freaking stubbed it. So you know you stub your pinky toe on something, bro. Broke his toe. How you break your toe, bro? Oh my, is it do it in the house? But anyways, I guess. But yeah, one thing I did realize, one thing that I appreciated, all the people that were there for me when I did decide I'm still going after it, I'm still grinding, I'm still like my no quit attitude. There were people who really respected that, like Coach LaRon, man, Coach Avant, a lot of coaches I met, my current coach, Corey. There were a lot of people that I met who saw that I wasn't gonna quit, saw the energy that I brought, even though I went through all the trials and tribulations, and they were like, "Bro, you're working hard. I want to help you out." You know what I'm saying? And it's all because I didn't give up. Because if I quit or if I was like, "Dang, bro, I just got a freaking concussion. I just broke my shoulder. There's no way I'm coming back from this," and I stopped training and I stopped grinding. You know what I'm saying? I would have never, and I wouldn't be where I'm at today. That's the thing, like the difference between me and a lot of people, and that can be the difference with you also, is whether you continue, whether you don't give up, or whether you do. Because that's the thing. No one was forcing me to get up 3, 4 in the morning and go train, to stay up at night and go work out in the streets, go run in the yard, freaking run with the dogs. I remember that, bro. I remember I was in Nebraska in the backyard and I had the little feet ladder on. I think I was like 16, 17 years old. My dogs were there, just hitting it, just hitting it. You know what I'm saying? My folks were in the house. My little brother was in the house too at the time. And I'm just out there grinding. I remember blistering heat. I remember when it was cold. I remember those days, man. And no one was making me do that. That's the thing you have to understand. No one's gonna make you become a better version of yourself. No one's gonna make you get to that next level. It has to be you. It has to be yourself, your thoughts, your desires, your dreams, your passion, your motivation. That's the only way. You have to figure out what your why is. Why are you doing it? And stay to it. And 100%, like, I wasn't, I wasn't locked in every single day of my life. That's the thing. Like, nobody's perfect. You're gonna have days, weeks, months, even where you're not locked in. But it's about whether you could come back, realize, dang, bro, why am I slacking? I'm not gonna get to where I wanna be if I'm sitting in this club right now with just hoes and bottles around me and I'm not doing nothing. I'm not gonna get to where I wanna be if I'm just sitting here stuffing my face with cake. Because that's what it was for me. I would go out with my homies. Everyone began trashed. I was drinking, going crazy too, but I would sit, bro, I would literally have moments where I would just be like, look around. This isn't for me. This isn't what I want to do. This isn't where I want to be. I gotta lock in. And I start doing something on my phone, editing videos, bro. Watching track videos, making music. I would lock in with something that would help me be productive, because being in those spaces, in those environments, and not doing anything to better myself, it would mess me up mentally. Once you start to get really lock in and get to the grind, you gonna have those moments, because you're not gonna feel productive if you're not making money or figuring out ways to better yourself, to make money, building your relationship with yourself, self-love, building your relationship with God, whatever it is. If you're just out in the world doing nothing to help heal yourself, grow yourself, you're not gonna enjoy it. And I've had moments, like I said, no one's perfect. I had moments where, like I said, I was slacking. I was in the streets days on end. weeks on end, people around me that weren't for me. But I feel like that taught me a lot. It's really necessary to be able to be in those positions where be in those positions of the world so you can really feel that energy. And then afterwards, that during and that afterwards where you're alone, no one's checking up on you, and it's just you again. And then you have options. You either run back to those things that were not good for you, toxic, only temporary, or you go to those things that are going to help better yourself for the future, longevity, build that foundation, that platform for growth. So what you're faced with every day. So I'm faced with every day. Shoot, I went to Miami the other week. My last night in Miami. It was like midnight. I decided to go work on back instead of going out to the streets. I told myself the same thing. But the mindset, it's learned and you have to adapt, you have to adopt it, and you have to become that. It's not something that happens like that overnight. That's why I'm here telling you. So you understand what helped me get from where I was as a youngin', skin, bones, no muscles, terrible mindset, super prideful, didn't ever want to ask for help, to where I am now, man. Asking for help, talking to everyone I can, making connections, building myself, growing, not afraid to step out of my comfort zone. There are levels to this stuff, but it takes time. What time is it? Okay, I got time. Next workout. I'm about to run to work really quick, and then we're gonna get back to finish up the chest day. Yeah, I mean, yeah, y'all, bro. I'm going to work, but y'all, I mean, it's a video. I'm cutting it. Let's get it. Work time. Let's go. Stay tapped in for the rest of the story time of how I got from my youngin' self to where I am right now. Let's go. I bet we just put y'all in the mirror. So, anyways, we're gonna finish up the chest day. All we have left, well, what we're about to get into now are cable crossovers. Cable crossovers. Some smooth, some slight, but just to get the middle of our chest, get the striations, make sure we're still getting that good pump, good squeeze. I like to do single arm cable pullovers a lot better than double arm because you do this, you stop it right there, or you could cross over, but it's not symmetrical. So you do one arm one way, do the other arm the other way. Symmetry, symmetry. All right, so main thing with this is making sure you get good space. Have your arm. I don't really like this angle. Okay. Have your arm be able to be pulled, the tension. Pull it right across your chest. Nice. I'm honestly cooked right now. I'm gonna be honest. My headphone cooked. Not too bad though. But yeah. Oh, when I was at work, man, that's fine. When I was at work, man, I realized a lot of stuff. Like, I had a nice little blast to the past because my little brother is a lot younger than me, and he's telling me we're kind of talking about the difference in our mom now because we have different moms. So, like, our mom in the past, she she was in the army, she deployed a lot, she traveled a lot. Our mom currently is home a lot with my brother a lot, does a lot for him. She did a lot for us too, but in different ways. So we're just thinking about the kind of independence and the self-sufficiency difference in both of us. So like me and my sister, we were always like figure it out, grind. If you're hungry, go get some food, figure it out type deals. For him, he's hungry, he goes to mom, and then she's like, I'll make you some food. And when I think about that though, I think about even relating that to how I got to where I'm at today, in a sense of if I wanted something to happen, I worked for it. I figured it out. I was grinding for it. And even in the past, it was really toxic though, because I had a lot of pride and I had a lot of ego and I didn't like to ask for help. Excuse me. But like nowadays, I'll ask whoever, whatever. I don't care. I'm always looking at picking brains and stuff like that. But that's a huge aspect of why I'm in the position I'm in today. Let me finish this. Let me get some more weight. With this though, you could either hold the ball or you could hold a handle. As long as you making sure you're getting that good angle, that's all that matters. Keep your core engaged. Squeeze it across. Nice. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. But yeah, like I feel like a lot of people, not even a lot of people, for me, I never really liked when things were handed to me. I never really liked feeling like I didn't work for things. So that's why I always had like that grind mentality. But the way that I went about it was wrong. There were so many people that were willing to help me out, so many people in my corner, so many people who wanted to support me that I didn't like give them that opportunity. I didn't give them a chance like sometimes. But and when I think about it now, I could be so much further in life if I would have just, it's not taking handout, but it's just understanding how to learn from someone who's been through what it is you're going through, someone who's trying to help you maneuver around those pitfalls, build you a bridge to that success that you want, that end goal, whatever it is, or even that step, that stepping stone. They can help you get there. But if you have too much pride and too much ego, that's basically why I got into all the crap that I used to get into, because I didn't like getting handouts. It's never a handout. Some things, of course, are like, but understand the difference between someone who's genuinely there and cares and someone who is trying to parasite off of you, or someone who is just using you, or someone who's just talking and not really putting in any action. Because that happens too. Been there a lot too, where um, I would be in positions where people would be like, hold on. People would be like, oh yeah, I got you here, or I'll help you with this. Hold on, let me finish. And they would say that they were there, as a lot of people do. They say that they're there, they say they help, or they say that they're even taking action in their own life just for them to never show up, never do anything, or just have been talking. That happens. And you gotta understand, if they do it once, they'll do it again and again and again. So just understand that trend. Like, if someone shows you their true colors once, believe it, understand it, and don't keep pursuing things with that person. It's simple. That happened with me a lot. Like, with like even recently. But it happened a lot before too, where I would have like friends, people I would hang out with, be like, oh yeah, I'll go to the gym. Don't see him at the gym. Oh yeah, I'll help you with this project. Don't see him. And there's no help. And it wasn't everyone, but I never, I was, I was, and I'm still a nice person, but I was such a nice person to where if someone says something and didn't show up once, I'll give them another chance, another chance, and another chance. But that just wastes time, energy, and it stops you from being able to find people who can actually help you because you're leaving that door open for that other person. Don't do that. You're setting yourself up for failure. Close the door. Close the door. I mean, I know that you might know him for a long time, or you might have different intentions, but when it comes to your dreams and your goals, you can't let time go by on those at all. I got one more set. How much weight is this? 55? How much weight is this? Oh my gosh, I have different weight. Wait, am I doing the same one? Oh, I'm doing the same one. Let's do more weight. 65. Oh, jeez. Come on. Jeez. One more, one more, one more. One more set. Once they show you their true colors, bro. If they not the colors that you're looking for, dead it. Cut it off. It makes no sense trying to stay there and change the color of the rainbow when it's already set in stone. All right. Next workout, we have dumbbells. Let's go. Yeah, that's just another big thing that even today I'm still trying to learn how to just separate myself from those people. I'm gotten a lot better with it. A lot of things have been happening in my recent years. You know, my best friend passed. My this girl that I was willing to move for this girl. I was trying to be a whole husband. Um, you know, that relationship is over. My granddad passed. So all of these events are helping me kind of learn how to let go, live and let go, and forgive. And that's something that in my past I did not do a lot of, and I carried a lot of it. That's why my traps are so big, but I carried a lot of it on my shoulders and in my life and in my heart. And honestly, it was very negative and very toxic. So that would always affect the things that I was doing in my life, whether it was sports or academics or just my social life. Like, imagine you have people in your life that say that they love you, say that they care, and you believe their words, but their actions are showing you something different, you know? You always have to believe in the actions. Never trust the words, but always watch what actions people are playing into. Watch how they're moving, and then take that as your sign and how to work with them from that point on. That's a huge thing. I started to really lock in with myself. I started to do a lot better in my training. Um, just prioritizing my own self health, self love, and self growth instead of sitting there and waiting for people to change or people to finally show me the words that they were telling me. You never wait for the words. If the actions don't line up immediately, cause here's the thing, something that I had to learn, like, people want to treat you how they want to treat you. They're going to treat the person they love like with love, like for real. People know how to give that care and compassion. And if words are there, but they're not showing it to you, they don't really mean it. Just run. Where's my music? All right, let me finish this up. Let's get some dumbbells. Close grip, dumbbell presses. Oh, dumbbells together. Press, squeeze at the top. Slowly bring it down. This is great. Chest development overall. Throw this in the workout. Let's go up and weight. 95. We got one more. The great thing though, when it comes to when I was faced with a lot of, and it still happens to this day, but when I was faced with a lot of people who was like, he say, she say, you know, that helped me really figure out the type of person that I wanted to be. Did I want to be a man who no one could trust his word, was just talk, or did I want to be a man who made a decision, stuck to the decision, and acted upon that and made things happen? Like, obviously, some things take more time than others, but you know if you're going to go through with something or not. Like, you know if you're just talking, spouting nonsense, or you're just giving yourself pipe service. Like, are you talking because you just want someone to believe in you, or like what? What really pushed me was, instead of doing what a lot of people do, where it's like they talk to get that energy from other people, I talk because I already know that I'm gonna make it happen. I already know that it's something that I have in my mind that I want to lock into and get into, and I am locking into from the jump. Like, when I was younger, I was not always an extroverted person. Like, mind you, I remember I traveled the world. My mom was in the army, you know, state to state, school to school, you know, groups after groups, people after people. It was always something different. And like, that really allowed me to be my own person, but I was also pretty shelled in like a turtle. Like, I wasn't always outspoken, wasn't always talking. As I started to grow up and I realized that the mindset and the lifestyle that I was living, a lot of people didn't have that, you know. And even to work through all the injuries, all the pain, and still build the body that a lot of people dream of having. Some people be like it's steroids, some people say it's genetics, but I say, you know, if you don't quit on yourself and you work day after day, or, you know, you might slack, but you bounce back and you come back and you still put in work, your body's going to change and transform. Your body, that muscle memory is going to be there. And my thing is, if I could speak that, share that, teach that to other people, that's what I want to do. How am I going to do it being an introvert? I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that, especially wanting to use my voice. I couldn't do that. Let's finish this set real quick. We got 80s. Went from 65 to 80. I'm my boss. I did 8 so I could go up. Okay. Me making my mind up and deciding what it was that I wanted to do, how I wanted to help people, how I wanted to live my life, actually. Um, and then tapped me into just who I was as a person, bro. Understanding that I wasn't outspoken, but I could easily talk to people if I wanted to, like, but I just didn't do it. That wasn't where my energy was. I never really cared to do it. But as I started to grow up, started to put myself in different positions, I realized I had no other choice. Sometimes you don't have a choice. If you really want to make something happen, you have to do literally anything that you know is going to help you. And that's what I did. I started to just talk to random people. I started to open up, ask for help about things, figure out who was the guy, who was the woman that I had to talk to. But I also wasn't afraid ever to be myself because, again, I never had that foundation. So I never really cared about like what this person said, what that person said, or anything like that. Because I always had to be myself, no matter where I went. Like being able to travel around the world since 1 years old, being able to be the person no one ever picked because I was skinny, being able to be that underdog as I started to grow up and start to develop. There was nothing that I was really ashamed of or afraid of anymore, you know. I've been at the bottom. I've been at near death multiple times. Like what was the point? You know, when you're living your life, you have such a limited time here. People people that you know, you care about, you love, they pass every day, literally. So it's like, why are you afraid to at least try to live the life that you want? So it's really a mindset went into it with it. I started to compliment everyone that I saw. That if I like something about them, like, yo, I like your shoes. Start to get outspoken, hold a conversation. I actually care. Start to actually care, and that opened a lot of doors for me. That helped me end up walking on to Nebraska track team, D1 track team. One of my boys, Darius Luff, he tapped me in to the coaches at Nebraska, and then like my plan going into college, actually, I wasn't even thinking about going to college. And then I got a scholarship, like an academic scholarship, went for academics, saw they were running track. And I was like, before that, I had shoulder surgery, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's make or break it. You know, I can make it. I can do everything that I can do to try to make it, or I could not try at all, or I could half behind it and then not make it. You know what I'm saying? So when I always want to be the guy who made a decision, put 100% of my effort into the decision that I made, and like didn't quit. And that's what happened. That's what it came down to with how I grew my social media, how I grew my body, how I got on the track team, how I grew my confidence in all aspects. Because none of these things come at birth. You know, obviously some people are more extroverted than others. Some people are more confident than others, but there's still things that you have to work on in certain positions. You know, no one's that flawless, confident person in every single predicament. There's some moments where they're like deer in headlights. So then it's like, okay, how do I get through that moment? How do I get over it? Some guys can sit there and talk to every single gym bro in the gym, but as soon as they see that gym baddie stuck, frozen, how do you get over that? You know what I'm saying? So let's get this set. Oh yeah, what do we get? 90s? 90s. Let's see how it goes. Okay. Oh, is it still following me? That's pretty cool. Can it follow the back of my head? That's pretty lit. All right. Stay with me now. Okay. Lightweight. Lightweight. Oh, here we go. Oh my goodness. We made it. Let's put these up. We did 8 though. GG. Follow me. Cause like you meet a lot of great people along the way. It's life. Like you still enjoy life 100%, but it's really just being able to decide what it is you're trying to do in your life, what you want to get out of it, what's going to, because happiness is fleeting. What are you going to be proud of? You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, are you going to be proud if you don't do anything productive, you just drink and smoke all day? Or are you going to be proud that you got some tasks done for the day? Like, that's really what it came down for with me. Like, if I was always someone who was proud when I felt like I was productive for a day. If I smoked all day and didn't do anything, like didn't do any workouts or nothing, didn't try to work on my social media or go out and meet anybody or record any videos or study. Like if I just smoked all day and played video games all day, I did not feel productive. But let's say I smoked some of the day, I smoked, and then I still went to the gym and I still did videos, I still met people, still had genuine conversations. That's productivity. Productivity to a T. Even if like for me now, I don't smoke anymore. Like I feel like it would have to be a really special occasion, but I don't smoke anymore because when I smoke now, I feel like I'm slowed down. My thought process isn't as smooth as I need it to be, and I'm lagging behind my present self. I feel like my frequency isn't where it needs to be. But back in the day, like I had days where I would binge anime all day. I had no issue with that at all. I love anime. I could binge anime all day. But there was a point to where it got sick. Like, am I binging and eating crap all week? Or am I still getting stuff done? It's all about balance at the end. You gotta have a balance because if you do work, 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 and not just work, but work that you hate and you don't enjoy. Like the work I do now, the point that I've gotten to now because of all the people who support me. If you guys are supporting me, thank you. Thanks for tapping into the video. But like the work I do now, I love it. I could sit here and vlog. I could edit my videos all day. I could collaborate with other people who are doing it. I could make brand posts, sponsorship posts. I love doing that. I love just traveling and editing. That's a vibe. I love working out and showing people how to work out, what to do to build certain parts of their body, whatever it is. I love doing that. But like if you're someone who's not happy with your job and you're work, 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 mentally that's draining. I've been there. 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 It's very draining mentally. And eventually you're gonna fall off it hard. Um so having that balance, that's why you gotta have that balance. That'll help you a lot when it comes to it. Let's finish this workout. But it's not bad. It's just all life lessons at the end of the day. You live and you learn. What do you grab? 95? Sheesh. That's not. Wait, are you still following me? Oh, W, gimbal. All right, though, finishing it up. That is, long story short, a whole lot of lessons, a whole bunch of trials, tribulations, a whole bunch of fun. At the end of the day, it's life. Like, a lot of the things that I've been through, the only reason I made it out how I made it out was because of my mindset with it. It's because of my perspective. It was because I looked at things like, okay, what can I gain from this? What can I learn from this? What was the lesson in this? Or even, what is that called? Seeing things from the other side, on the other point of view. Like with my past relationship, I thought about that and I was like, I could most definitely like feel some type of way. Like obviously I have feelings towards it, but I can most definitely like hate and have resent, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, that's just poisoning yourself. And the way that I looked at it was, if I was, if the roles were reversed, that's the way I looked at it. If the roles were reversed, how would I have acted? Would I have been like her? Would I have been worse? Because I know exactly how I was in my past. And I was like, dang, there's no way I would have been okay with the situation that we were in. And I forgave her. All it comes down to is learning and forgiveness. Because if you don't, like I said, you're just poisoning yourself. And also, if you don't learn from it, you're going to end up in the same exact position again in a different font. That's really one thing you don't want to do. End up in the same thing in a different font. I've been there too. But the way that I got here, that was a short crash course of my life. How I transformed. Flexing. It's fun though. It's beautiful. And if you can't grow your mind with your body, terrible. But yeah, man, just learn from your life. Learn from the things that you go through. Feel your feelings. That's one thing that I just recently started getting into. Feeling my feelings. Actually letting them envelop me. So I could then grieve, get through it, cry if I need to cry, cool. We're human. We gotta go through the feelings. We gotta go through all of that crap. But if you I used to be someone who would just cloud it in, or just hold it all in, push it all in. But eventually you explode, you break up, and you crash out ultimately. I had anger issues before when I was a young, and I would just break everything, throw everything, holes in the wall, all over the place, just all over the place. But when you actually get in tune and tap in with who you are, why you feel certain ways, why things make you react the way that they do, you grow as a person, and that's needed. That's needed. But yeah, thanks for tapping into the video. I'm about to go eat. Comment down below how you liked it. What was your favorite workout of the day? If you learned anything from the video. Subscribe for more. Catch you later. It's how my feelings stuck. When I leave, you just watch me like it's a scene, straight giving up. Gotta roll this paper up. Gotta roll these feelings.